All right, turning around. Hun.
Hi.
Hi everyone, how are you? Hello replay viewers. Welcome to our scope. This scope took us a while we got a lot of exciting things going on and I'm super excited about it. Why am I out of breath?
Because you stood up and then sat back down.
Oh my gosh, that's sad when a trainer's out of breath from standing up and sitting down. Hi you guys. So replay viewers, those of you, we just got a bunch of new followers. Thank you tag team for that. We love our tag team.
Hey, hey.
Hey Eric, how are you? We just want to introduce ourselves really quick for those of you who don't know who we are. And you know when you like look in the mirror and you think your hair looks really good and then you go on Periscope and there's a bunch of funny things happening. Hi Rachel.
All the time.
Okay, so my name is Vanessa Coleman. This is my husband Lyndon Coleman. Oh! And we are the DJ and the rapper. I'm the rapper, he's the DJ. And no, it doesn't have anything to do with music, although Lyndon can rap, I think.
Oh,
hello. What it has to do with, it's like just a nickname. Thanks, I'm so glad. Thank you. Tag team just, they spoil us rotten.
Our peeps.
DJ C Nice and Nessie Ness in full effect. Dang, yeah. I like that.
He knows.
Steve, why didn't you think of that? Why do we keep you around, Steve?
He thought of something for 365. Let's roll. No,
he didn't say that. Let's pretend he didn't say that. Okay. So, anyways, we call ourselves DJ and rapper because Lyndon is a DJ. He's behind the scenes. He did he does everything. We host a marriage podcast called He's the DJ, She's the Rapper. You could see it on iTunes or hear it on
Stitcher
iTunes
Radio.
and Stitch. Hello. Or Stitcher. Sorry, I called it Stitch.
Stitcher Radio.
And we are high school sweethearts that got married too young, had babies too young. We have a 22-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 12-year-old, almost 13-year-old.
And thank you for inviting followers. You guys are awesome.
We've made a ton of mistakes, and we're not certified therapists. We are marriage coaches. We love to give advice and tips on how we rebuilt our marriage. We went through tragedy. We went through a lot of traumatic things in our marriage that really almost broke us apart. And we fought long and hard for our marriage, and we are discovering things that we did in our old marriage. We still were married to each other versus things we do now that make things different. We still fight. We just got in a little argument before we started this, if I'm keeping it real. Thank you for inviting followers. Ashley, rock. Ashley, you rock.
Mama.
So there's going to be a lot of things going on right now, and we are going to be recording this while we're on Facebook Live, because I guess Coach Glitter, and I should know more about this, but she has a challenge with Facebook Live. Vanessa always looks younger every time. Oh my gosh, thank you. Maybe eventually I'll just be a little toddler up here.
Yeah,
thank you. That was so nice.
Good.
That was so nice.
And I apologize for the scruffiness. I haven't had a chance to shave yet.
I knew that was going to happen.
I will later.
As soon as you came on, you were going to realize. But you look fine, love. Okay. You look good. There's more pressure on women to look good on Periscope, right? So we're very excited about this 7 series that we are going to start. I want to say we'll do it 7 days in a row. Hey, Papa Bear,
Papa Bear's in the house.
He likes he's a scruffy guy, and it looks good. It fits you well.
Yeah,
it's the look. It's the thing.
I got to get to where you're at, Papa Bear.
Okay, so when we record, it is not that we are ignoring you. We promise we are not ignoring you. If you guys could just be patient and wait to the end, and we can talk more at the end if you have any questions. But I'm so excited. We are so excited about doing this. First of all, that you, Periscope, we really want you to follow along with us on this. Hopefully it'll be 7 days, but we do have a cheer competition this weekend, so I'm not sure. We will do our best to try.
So we might be doing some stuff from Vegas.
Yeah, we might be doing some stuff
from Vegas. Grow it, don't mow it. I like that. Grow it, don't mow it.
Okay, I have to finish my thought.
If I could get it down to here. Okay, go ahead.
That would be weird.
Yeah.
You can't do that, love.
Like James Harden.
No.
Yeah.
That would not be okay. So what I discovered and what me and Lyndon discovered, no, don't be sorry, is that we right now are learning, and Steve and Kiki, I always mention them. I probably always will because I feel like they are a part of DJ and Rapper. Steve is Big Smith's on here. I don't know where Kiki is, but she's EM2WL. One of the smartest people you will ever listen to.
And they will be in our life forever unless they move to the beach and they get all snooty.
And I mention them because they hold us accountable for everything. And one of the things that we are learning is about habits and how important habits are. And hi, Leslie. and how important, as far as our business, we're reading a lot about habits. Don't start yet. Okay, I'm sorry. And how important it is with our business and with our lifestyle. Right now, I'm holding a challenge group, a fitness challenge group that Rachel's in, and I'm talking about habits. Fitness is not a hobby. It is a healthy habit you have to keep every single day. A hobby is something you do, something for you, something fun. And fitness can be fun, but it's a hobby. And in order for, it's not a hobby, it's a habit. And in order for you to change your body, to change your health, to make it better, it needs to become a good habit. In order for us to grow successful in our business, we have to have, oh, you're fixing my hair. That's the first time he's ever done that.
It just popped up a little bit.
Sorry. I know. I don't know what's happening.
That's right.
It's pio sweat. That's what it is. So
we have to pick our start up in 20 minutes.
Oh, I knew you were going to do that. You can't rush me.
I'm not going to rush you.
You cannot rush me.
I don't want to leave our daughter waiting out in the rain, so,
Then it's not even raining.
It could rain.
It is not raining.
All right, here we go.
Okay, no, we're not done. I have to get to my point.
Okay.
Let me get to my point really quick. So as we are looking up habits and I'm reading about habits and how important it is, I had realized like a light bulb showed up. Is that what it's called?
You had a light bulb moment?
A light bulb moment, an aha moment. I thought our marriage changed because of healthy habits in our marriage that we created. We had very unhealthy, bad habits, just like in business, just like in health, just like in life, but in our marriage. And so we have discovered there are 7 deadly habits we had on our marriage, but we also want to help you guys break them. And like I said, Leslie right here is a therapist. Leslie, you can put up hearts. Leslie is a therapist. We are not. So we are going to give you our experience and how we, there she is, on how we rebuilt our marriage. So I'm going to give you the first one today that was a big one for me. And if you guys know me, you probably know which one that is. Okay. So if you just joined us, we are going to be recording this. I'm not ignoring your comments. I promise we'll answer questions right after. And we are going to go live on Facebook too. Wow. There's a lot happening right here.
Yeah.
See what a good DJ he is? Such a great DJ. Oh, have you guys done Facebook Live yet? Anybody done Facebook Live?
Here we go. All right. Hey,
all right.
What's happening in
Hi,
Facebook?
everyone.
We're also on Periscope, and we are recording.
Oh, I'm not
MP3.
Even like all the way on here.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Okay, so we'll see how it goes. This is probably our second time on Facebook Live, but this is our first time recording too, so we will see.
Welcome, welcome.
All right, you're not crazy about it? Oh, okay, and you're going to get so distracted. But I won't, Rachel. I'm going to stay focused on this. All right. Tell me when you're ready.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. You need
okay,
your notes.
I need my notes.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Facebook Live. How are you? We're super excited to be starting this, and Periscope. I'm saying hi to everyone. I'm going to focus, I promise. And we're really excited because we are starting this series or chapters, there is Kiki, on 7 deadly habits we have in our marriage. And today we're going to talk about number 1, just...
Check.
Hello. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is funny.
Okay.
Today, tell me when I can start. I can start now? Oh, cool. So me and Lyndon, we were married at a very young age, and we have 2 different marriages to each other. And in the first marriage, we had a lot of unhealthy habits. And you know what? I'm going to say that they were maybe not detrimental to your health or whatever, but to our marriage they were. As if, people take bad habits so seriously, like smoking or gambling, which they're all very serious. But what about bad habits in our marriage? In your marriage, when you have a bad habit, it could destroy it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you here with me today?
I'm here with you.
Okay. So the number 1 first habit that I had that was very bad was nagging. And that to me really distanced me and Lyndon. Oh, Lord. Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, can you not? You have to stop shaking.
But I move my hands when I talk.
Well, no.
Okay.
Just don't shake the desk.
All right. Are you guys there? Nagging. Okay. So nagging. And what's interesting is I knew that this was going to be the number 1 bad habit that we were talking about. I knew this was going to be it because this was the number 1 for me. There was many that I had, but this was number 1 for me. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to look up the definition of nagging. And when I read this, I want you to know I thought about all of you that are watching this, that are naggers. like I was. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, I have to do a lot to control it. A lot. It's getting easier and it's getting better. And I'm going to give you those tips later.
And I will be your witness that she was the best nagger I had ever met in my life. She had it down. Like, no one could nag like her, but she got through it. I
got through it.
Yeah.
So I want you to read this and please listen to me. Okay. So the definition of nagging is to annoy, to irritate, persistent fault finding or continuous urging, to harass, to badger. Okay. Before I go on, I want you to just picture what you are doing to your spouse. Usually it's wives that nag, but not all the time. Men do too. So I want you to picture what you are doing to your spouse now. I wasn't on that whole time. Okay. So picture your spouse harassing, badgering, giving them a hard time, criticizing them, finding fault with everything they do. Okay. So this is what did it to me. The next one, causing persistent pain, causing trouble and worrying. So those things right there, that's the definition of nagging. That's what you're doing to your spouse. And when you fully understand that, this is the person that you vow to love forever, through sickness, through health, through everything. And you're causing them pain. You're causing them trouble. You're causing, your worrying is causing them stress. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, so I was just going to say, not that I was perfect during this time, but this particular number one is about nagging. So we'll get to my flaws later on.
But you could talk about the pain that it caused you.
But yeah,
to nag.
It made me not want to come home. There was times when I could have gotten off work a little early and come home. But I'm like, if I go home right now after this long day at work, I know as soon as I get home, she's going to be on me nagging about something. So it made me just want to stay away.
Yeah. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about kind of the way that people are raised. Maybe that, I think that is what causes certain women to nag. Maybe if you're raised in a home where that's how you hear your mom speak to your dad or vice versa. So you think that that's what you're supposed to do. It was natural for me to nag because I thought that as soon as Lennon walked in those doors, I was like, okay, this needs to be done. This needs to be done. Why don't you do this more? Why don't you help me here? There's so many things that need to be fixed around the house. Nothing's getting done. I am telling you right now, I would just bark demands at him and not even say hello and not even kiss him hello because I thought that that's what wives did. I didn't know that wasn't normal. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So, and I have to tell you, I would nag at him and he would do it. So I'm like, oh, well, this works. So nagging works. I have no choice but to nag at him, even though it was causing me stress as well.
I would do it with resent in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I would do it being very angry at you and again thinking, okay, well, tomorrow I'm definitely going to stay at work a little longer because look what happened. I worked all day. I come home. She's nagging at me. So I'm doing this because I just don't want to get nagged at. And it starts causing a lot of space between us.
Yeah. And I think that that's where it becomes dangerous. So I know a lot of women are out there thinking, well, it's the only way I get anything done. It's the only way he'll do the things that I'm asking him to do. It's the only way he'll work out. Because I know there's women out there that are nagging their spouses to work out. They may be doing it, but I'm telling you, this is the red flag in our marriage that I ignored. Sorry, I'm pounding because I get emotional. Yes. I'm Latin. I get excited. The red flag is that they're holding it inside, all that resentment towards you. So even though they're maybe doing what you're asking them to do, maybe they're mowing the lawn that you've asked them to do all week long and they're finally doing it. And you're in there thinking, that was such a win for me that he listened to me. But he's doing it out of resentment for you. He's holding all this resentment and later on, that's going to backfire on you. I promise you, it's going to backfire. Should I promise people that? I'm very sure of it.
All right.
Okay.
Well, from experience, yeah.
From our experience, yes, it backfired on me. And then, so another thing I wanted to ask Lyndon is, I wanted to ask my husband,
Okay.
when I nagged at you, and listen closely, those spouses that are nagging, and I'm not going to just point at the women because I know men who nag at their wives. So listen clearly to how this makes your spouse feel. So when I would nag at you, how would that make you feel?
Honestly, it made me feel stupid. It made me feel like you thought I was stupid because you kept telling me the same thing over and over again. It made me feel used at times, like you didn't care about how my day went. You just wanted stuff done that you wanted done. It made me, most of all, angry, which again caused a lot of resentment towards you, which made me not want to spend time with you. So on my days off, I did not want to go hang out somewhere with you. I wanted to be home.
Yeah.
Amongst other things, but that's just a handful of things.
And someone had mentioned something, and it just came to me. But he annoys me so much, and it drives me crazy when he doesn't do these things, and I don't know how else to get through to him. So I'm going to touch on that a little bit on what helped me, and I really want you to understand what a nagger I was, and what it was the only way I knew how to speak to him. And one of the things that it also did was it created a space and a division between us. And we had explained this before in our marriage on how we were more like roommates, more than husband and wife. We were friends. We didn't have that intimacy anymore. And nagging is part of the reason of that, because you know what happened? I started to feel like I was a parent and this was my child. And we always hear that, like on sitcoms and everything, how moms have, and I know it's a joke, and I know people are like, oh, it's just a joke when they say, well, I really have 5 kids. One of them is my husband. You know, I'm not too crazy about that joke, because that's not how your spouse should look. That's not how your husband should look. That's not how your kids should see their dad as one of their siblings, as one of their equals. So I think it's really important that that you understand everything that nagging's doing. To you, you think nagging's just getting the job done. It's getting that, it's getting my lawn done. It's getting things around the house that I need taken care of.
Christmas lights put up and taken down the day after Christmas. Things like that.
And so, yeah, good job. I love that. Ooh, I wasn't supposed to respond, was I?
It's okay.
Okay.
So we got to get to this.
Okay. So,
Pause.
I'm pausing.
So if you're just joining us, we are doing a 7 series of deadly signs, or what did you call it?
7 deadly habits of marriage.
7 deadly habits of marriage. So this is just number 1. We are on Periscope, and we are also on Facebook. So Facebook people, if you see us linking up, it's because we're on Periscope as well.
Yeah, we're trying out Facebook. We see how our Facebook peeps are.
All right, so we will continue.
Okay, so I'm not going to come on here and tell you guys how awful one of these deadly habits is without telling you how I broke them. Now, keep in mind, this is how I did it. I'm not saying it'll work for everyone, but in the back of my mind, I really want to tell you, yes, it will work for you if you do it in these steps.
It is a process.
It's a process.
Yes.
It takes a long time. It is a daily habit. What do they say? It takes 21 days to make a habit. So it's something that you have to work on. It always blows my mind that people are so quick to work on their bodies. If they hear about a fitness challenge, which I run them, so I get it. They're so quick to want to do it, a gym challenge, anything. But when it comes to our marriage, we tend to put it on the back burner. And that's where you're going to find your true joy and your happiness, is when you're happy with your spouse. So in the beginning, when me and Lyndon decided that we were going to work on our marriage, it was hell. It was really, really hard. And I had to do things for me in order to be better to him. So one of the things I always talk about is, one of the ways that I broke it is my devotions. And a lot of people don't understand what that means, and I didn't realize that. I say it so like nonchalant, like I did my devotions today. What I do with my devotions, and what's so funny, is I have one of my journals right here. Oh, don't look at my nails. I have one of my journals right here. And what I would do was I would spend about, it started at 5 minutes, it went to 10 minutes, and now it's 30 minutes. And now I have to set a timer because I could spend, a long time spending time with God. When I found that time and that peace, I would leave feeling so at peace before I walked in the door. And all I wanted to do was be a better wife. I wanted to be a better wife. I wanted to be a better mother. So whatever I needed to do to get there, I didn't care what it was. So I gave myself a challenge. I said, okay, if I do this, if I spend this amount of time with God every single day, I know this is going to change me. And guess what? It did. So whatever that is, I always recommend the Bible app. I forgot what it's called. Do you know what the Bible app's called?
YouVersion?
YouVersion.
Or YouVersion?
No, YouVersion. YouVersion. Y-O-U version.
Not virgin.
And you can start really small. Start on those small devotions every single day. Spend that quiet time with God. And you know what? He's going to show you. He's going to show you what's going on in your heart.
YouVersion.
And during that time, I would just brain dump my emotions. Even if it was, somebody had said earlier, my husband drives me crazy. He does this. I want you to turn it around and start writing all the amazing things your spouse does for you. Mm-hmm. Start with just gratitude and just being grateful for all the wonderful things.
And remember why you fell in love with them in the first place.
Yes.
Most likely, these bad habits that they have now, they had before you got married. So I hope you didn't think that you were going to change him or her once you got married.
Yeah.
Habits need to be broken, but the person that has the habit is the one that has to do it. You can't do it for them.
Mm-hmm. Right. Word.
So number one is devotions.
Number one is devotions. And also, okay, so number two is something I learned from Shalene Johnson at Smart Success that really made a big difference. And she had just did it. And it was something I wanted to just add. But this comes from her. And she had us do it at her seminar. And it was writing and I'm probably totally saying it wrong, but it was writing to have empathy, all the things that I do that can drive him crazy. And I'm probably saying it wrong, but that helped me. Like,
she said, basically what she said was, before you are about to go off on somebody for something that they did wrong or something that you feel that they wronged you, to take a second and write down all of the bad stuff they could say about you. Well, he's always in a hurry. He rushes me every time we get on Periscope. He doesn't like the way that I do this. So think of all the things that person can say to you before you go after them.
Yeah. And I have to say that helped me so much. It helped me so much that I started crying. Of course, like that's so hard to make me cry. But so sorry. So it's more of having empathy. And so when you start seeing those things, when you start writing down what you're grateful for, and then all the things that you do that can drive them crazy, it changes your perspective. You see it differently. Sorry. Okay. And so number three, last one is. And we had talked. Oh, sorry.
What was the title of number two?
I don't know. Can we think of a title?
The title of number two. Oh, so it wasn't this.
No. Number one was devotions.
Okay. So
number two.
So number two is look at yourself before you start pointing the finger at your spouse.
Thank you, love. Yes. See, that's why I keep you around.
Well.
Okay. Number three, this is a big help for me, is choosing great mentors. Tighten your circle of people. Can I say that again?
I think you should.
Tighten that circle of people. It took us a while, but we got there. We are at a point where we do not have one negative friend, influence, or person in our life anymore. Every single woman that I consider my best friend is a wife that I want to be like, is a respectful, godly, Proverbs 31 wife that I love. They're not perfect, but those are the women that I look up to. Those are my mentors.
And it's a big weight off your shoulder. When you finally get rid of that negative person in your life, even if you've known them for 20 or 30 years, even if you were childhood friends, it does not mean that they have to stay in your life forever. If they're constantly weighing you down and making you feel bad, it's time to create some distance.
Yes.
And it is hard at first, but my gosh, what a relief it is when they're gone.
Oh my gosh, it feels so good. All of a sudden, me and Lennon, it was like we looked around, we're like, there isn't one single negative person in our life.
This is kind of nice.
It's the greatest feeling ever, but it takes some work.
So hard to do.
It takes some work. Yeah. And, that was a good question. It took time, and it's not a confrontation thing. It's not something you don't sit down with this group of people and say, I have decided to break up with you, and I no longer want to be friends. You don't want that. You don't need to do that.
You just distance yourself.
It's just a distance, and it slowly but surely happens. And you know what? That's a different scope for another time.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
and then...
So number three was find a good group of people to be around. A good group of positive people that lift you up and do not tear you down. Who want the best for you and not only the best for themselves, but they want the best for you as well. Okay.
Okay, so last one.
Last one.
And we had talked about challenges. I would like you,
Number
the
4.
nagger, the rapper like me, I would like you to challenge yourself. I would like you to challenge yourself for 21 days because it takes 21 days to break a bad habit or to break in a good habit. For 21 days, do your devotions. Surround yourself with great people. Figure out a way. If you have those girlfriends, or sorry, I'm speaking to women because I'm the woman. Make a date in your calendar to go have coffee with them, hang out with them, whatever you need to do. What is the other thing that I had put? Oh, the gratitude journal and the empathy. I like to call it the empathy. I think that's what she called it. I can't even remember. But do that. Maybe not for 21 days. Maybe choose 3 days of the week, 4 days of the week. I would love for you to do 21 days, but I also want to do something that's realistic for you. For me, Monday through Friday, that's my devotions day. That's how I do it, and it works for me. 21 days, and I want you to do every single thing in your power not to tell your spouse what to do. Is that not crazy? Is that not mind-blowing?
That's gonna be tough.
You don't need to tell your spouse what to do.
Some Jedi mind tricks and try to get them to think that it's their decision to do it, but don't directly tell them.
Yeah. Do you know that you don't have to tell your spouse what to do? Is that not crazy? I think people just assume I need to tell. No, you don't need to tell him what to do. You can ask him, can you do this for me? You can find out what his love language is, and you can sit down and communicate, but you don't need to tell him what to do. He is not your child. All right. So that is number 1 of a series we are doing. So today was nagging. For those of you who joined in late, we are going to go over the 7 deadly habits of marriage, and then we're also going to teach you how to break them. Today was all me. Lyndon's got bad habits too.
Don't worry.
He's not all perfect like you think he is. Although the habits are broken, so you are pretty.
For the most part, yeah.
Okay. So you want to close?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're good. All right, you guys. I'm so sorry. So those of you just joined us, we were also recording that, so we weren't ignoring your feedback or your comments or anything. I think we can finish on Facebook.
Yeah, we will.
Bye,
wait.
Facebook. Thank you, Facebook.
And real quick, sorry, Periscope. Facebook, if you're not following us on Periscope, you can find us there. We get in a lot more detail. It is at Lyndon and Vanessa. So Vanessa with no A. At Lyndon and Vanessa. But thank you for hanging out, and we will see you on Periscope.
Bye.
All right.
Okay, so our Facebook page is LV Team Coleman. I think Lyndon's going to put it up right now. We would love for you guys to join us on Facebook as well. That's where we post everything if you want to leave us a message or whatever you want to do. But thank you. They're not new. We had to take the dust off of these mics a little bit because it's been a while since we podcasted. But it's what we love to do. And I'm so excited about this series. So I hope you guys stay with us every day, as today was day 1. And then tomorrow's day 2. And we're not even going to tell you what that is. You're just going to have to tune in tomorrow. But do you guys have any questions? Men do appreciate negotiations.
Papa Bear, write what you wrote. You wrote something about sifting.
Thank you.
Write that again. That was really good.
And then the skis. Can you tell me what your name is, the skis? She had a great thing she said, but it irritates me so bad. I think you said something like that. Your spouse, Natasha, that it irritates you. And I get that. And at those times, that's why doing my devotions early in the morning, spending that quiet time. I work out in the morning. Me and Lyndon take shifts. He teaches a 5:30 a.m. boot camp. I do the 9 a.m. So we kind of pass each other during the morning. I go and do my workout. I sit in my car before I come in the house and I do some devotions. And it, you can't change you, but God can change you. And if you knew the person I was before, you would know He can do miracles. You would believe that. I usually do my praise and worship first thing. That's an awesome way to start the day. I used to start my day watching the news. That is a no-no. That is no good. I mean, it is important to be informed, but don't start your day that way.
That's weird. Oh, okay. I didn't see us.
Great content. Haven't been on forever. You guys are still as fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I know,
Isabel.
we're not on as much, but we will. No news here. Yeah, Ashley, I agree. Nice to meet you too. Thank you guys that are new to us. We appreciate you. I know Tag Team gave us a huge shout out, so we appreciate and love them so much. Thank you. Love you too. And we are going to get going. We have to pick up our daughter.
Our Facebook page is L. Here, I'll write it. I'm going to write it down.
Okay, Lyndon's going to write down our Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Marianne. You know, I have to tell you, need to get back on late for Gary time again. I know.
So / and then LV Team Coleman.
That's our Facebook handle right there.
So facebook.com / LV
So
Team Coleman.
I have to tell you, family, and you all know, is priority. And at night is very hard every single night because that is our kid time. That's the time we hang out with our girls and we just love it so much. Tonight we will be on. We're on every Wednesday night. So we'll maybe discuss this a little bit more. We'll see, but hopefully you guys will join us. And that's it, right? We'll see you guys tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See ya.